I am really amazed by Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans are amazing people, so talented, so intelligent. You know, Zimbabweans are one group of people that, in spite of whatever it is that they're going through, they remain with such an upbeat attitude, and they're always making a plan. They're always making a plan in spite of all the adverse situations. Zimbabweans are passionate. And I am thinking to myself, with such an amazing nation of people who have got such a strong resilience mechanism, over years of just going through so much, but still remaining so steadfast and just still remaining with this spirit of, we can survive in any situation. I am saying to myself, surely we can use this unique potential, this unique capability that we have as a people, this unique peace-loving, propensity that we have. I'm sure we can really use that to turn around the fortunes of this nation. I mean, I look at Zimbabwe today and it is so painful what the average household is going through right now, with prices changing every day, just so many shortages. And right now, life is just becoming so difficult. You wake up and there's no ZESA, you go to sleep, there's no ZESA, and you need to work, there's no access to the network, and things are just so expensive, really. But people are still making a plan. It's painful. And of course, we have to talk about these realities. We want to speak life. We want to speak and say, things are changing. But the real question that we should be asking is, what is it that we can do within our own spaces, as individuals, as families, as communities, to really start rebuilding the great Zimbabwe that we want again? The challenge that has been there is our focus has been so much on the power contestations. So who's got more people? So who's got more votes? So who is saying what? So for as long as we are having these power struggles, for as long as we are having these leadership issues that we have, the real question that then comes to my mind is, how do we begin to lead well from our own different spheres of influence so that we can have a turnaround in our nation? How do you as an individual wake up today and begin to make strides, to take actions, to speak words that can immediately change your atmosphere without waiting to hear what the media is about to announce, without waiting to see what the powers that be are doing? Because I think we've all been playing this waiting game to say, okay, we're going to wait and hear what they'll announce tomorrow. Okay, we're going to wait to hear what this address will bring. And we have not, unfortunately, been seeing the implementation of the things that are being said, the proclamations, the plans, the mega deals. We haven't really enjoyed the fruits of those things. So I think we may need to change our strategy. We may need to change the way that we are thinking, the way that we're acting. We may need to once again reinvest in believing in our own selves as the change makers, as the people that can actually bring about the transformation that we want to see. For me, what really burdens me is just the thought of what my children are going to be asking me a few years from now, to say, so what is it that you have done as an adult to bring transformation, to bring us a better Zimbabwe? I dread to think about that. And I also believe that every Zimbabwean out there really wants a different Zimbabwe for their children and for the next coming generation. So I'm saying, I think this is time that we really need to be exchanging meaningful conversations. This is the time that we need to be really discussing the things that will build the nation, not the things that will bring us down, not the finger pointing, not the blame game. Because for as long as we're focusing on all of these negativities, we are sinking deeper and deeper into the mire that's swallowing us down. And I'm telling you, these socioeconomic challenges that we are facing are much bigger than what the current capacity of the government and the leaders that we have are displaying at the moment. So I think it's time for us to step in. Active citizen participation, this is the season. This is the season for us to begin to converse amongst ourselves, to bring down the walls that are tearing us together, tearing us apart. And let us look at what can bring us together. Because for as long as we are divided on partisan basis and, we're not even talking within families and there are just so many wars that are coming up, it's going to be so difficult for us to really build a meaningful Zimbabwe. I believe that with one vision that we're rallying behind, we can build a great brand Zimbabwe. I believe that with one vision that we're running behind, all that passion, all that intelligence, all that good-naturedness that still remains in Zimbabweans, that can really be converted into something that can bring a turnaround in our nation. Yes, leadership is absolutely critical, but I believe that before anyone leads anything, before they lead any community, any organization, or any nation, they need to start by leading themselves well. So why don't we start with ourselves? Why don't we do our very best to give our best shot wherever we are today, to then say, what is it that I can do to change the way things are being done? Let's change our language. Let's change our thinking. Let's bring down the walls and let's begin to believe again that you and I can build a great Zimbabwe again. This is Cynthia C the Kingmaker, and I believe in you, and all of us can believe in a greater Zimbabwe.